Welcome back, everybody. Come on, show some love, everybody. That's good. Thank you. All right, so viewers at home, if you're tuning in, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and make sure you follow all my guests who have been featured on the show. But coming up on my next guest, we're talking about somebody who can really give you that energy you need when it comes to someone who can inspire you. Well, I don't want to give too much away on the show because they're right here. Anyway, take it away. Here's who she is. We'll be right back. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jackie McGloughlin, and I am a complementary therapist who helps you to calm your mind, relax your body, and soothe your soul. I do this through a gentle energy therapy called Jin Shin Jitsu, or JSJ, because that's a mouthful. And what it does is it helps your whole body to function better, and it's gentle and easy. Now, when I'm not with clients, I enjoy doing things that are joyful, creative, and with a bit of sparkle. Whether it's having coffee with my friends, walking my fluffy dog Cooper, or doing things that are creative, just to warm and brighten the day. So, looking forward to hearing about how you make your day better and how I can help you.
Thank you. I just like the way she talks about it. To keep you calm, to keep you cool. Anyway, please jump to welcome Jackie on the show, everybody.
See you.
Don't
Thank
mind
you
me.
for having me.
If you see me being cool, it's because Jackie said, keep it calm.
Always.
How you doing, sister? Good to see you on the show.
Good.
So, Jackie, let's talk about you because I'm going to try to control how I'm going to be talking on the show, right?
Okay.
Now, if you feel like my energy is high, let me know and say, Chris, calm down.
Being high energy is not bad, though, Chris.
Oh, okay.
It's all about balance. It's only when you get so energetic and you can't calm down, or you're so fatigued that you can't come up. We all have a range, don't we?
Yeah, definitely.
I hope we do.
Oh, we all do, because that is so true. And the way you talk about it is so amazing. Just imagine if the whole world, even 0.5% of the world could just be like that. How would life be for us? Tell us about it.
A little more balanced, yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, I remember 15 years ago, I was not balanced. I was an environmental policy researcher. Very high intensity, very conventional, very conservative.
Yeah.
And then I had a major health crisis that brought me to my knees. I literally could not stand up.
Wow.
So I went to all the doctors, went to the consultants, and they all went, and they didn't have any answers. So then I started looking at complementary therapies and did lots of them, whether it's Reiki or craniosacral or massage or counseling, and the list goes on and on. And I could sense the energy, and my body was just very chaotic. And so I Googled energy meridians. And I came across this woman who, by chance, the universe was supporting me, lives 10 minutes from me. And she did this really weird thing. I couldn't pronounce it at the time, but I wanted to know more. And I messaged her and I said, tell me about this. I want to learn how to do this and fix it and get back. Well, she said, come for a session. And I said, as we do. And she said, come for a session. So I went for a session, and it was a very safe space, very respectful, very gentle. And with all the complementary therapies that I went to, I'm like, okay, I'm probably going to have to stand on my head or take off my clothes or do this, that, or the other. And it wasn't like that. She talked to me for a couple of minutes, and then she said, rest on this nice padded table. And she gave me a nice soft fluffy blanket. And then she just started resting her hands on my body ever so gently. And most often when someone receives these treatments, they fall asleep. Now, I was so intensely curious, I kept asking her questions.
So you never slept then?
I didn't, maybe once or twice. But basically what I found was that I couldn't sense how the energy was being adjusted in my body. But I knew that I could stand up. I knew that I felt better. I knew that I was calmer. So I kept going back. And then as I kept asking questions, she said to me, you know, you could learn more about this and you could go to a class. So I did.
Wow. Come on, show some love. Amazing. In all my life, that's the reason why I love doing this show, is because when we meet people, we learn as we go along. And sometimes people come on this show, the things they say, like, you kind of, at the back of your head, it's like, oh wow, she's talking about me, but I'm the host of the show. Do you get what I mean? So these things happens, you know, but there's something I like to ask my guests most times, or people like yourself, is why as a human, why do we have to go through some of these challenges in our lives? It's either you're rich, you're poor, you're mediocre, whatever it is. Why do we have to go through this?
Do you think we have to, though? I mean, I think we end up getting ourselves tied up in knots, and we do. But I'm sure there are some people who don't.
True.
Do we not come into life to learn a lesson, though?
Well, we do.
So
That's the answer to that.
Be very boring otherwise.
Yeah, that's so true. I agree to that. Now, Jackie, come back to yourself.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing this yourself?
I qualified in 2013.
Okay.
And I didn't actually hang out my shingle until 2020, 2 weeks before lockdown.
Wow.
Hands-on therapy.
Yeah.
So for about 9 months, I was working with other Jinshin Jitsu or JSJ practitioners,
Right.
doing distance sessions,
Okay.
because my scientific, logical mind couldn't get in my head that it could work. But what I found was that it does. And when I work with clients in person, I can sense the energy and they have changes. When I work with clients online, it's the same thing. I mean, one client, she had edema in her feet. And she took a picture before the session, took a picture after the session. You could see the difference. And she was in the Philippines.
Wow, that's a long distance.
And then just this week, I did a session for a client a little bit closer to home over in the UK. And one of her issues was that she was having eye problems. And she was having floaters, so she couldn't see. So I did a session for her, and she messaged me, and the floaters were gone.
Wow, amazing. Come on. That's so it's all about your faith also. It's all about your belief, and it's also all about your energy. I believe when you connect all of these into whatever may be the issue, there should be a result, even though not immediately, but at least you have the hope that there should be some result. What would be the kind of difficult kind of guests you would deal with sometimes?
Well, sometimes I have clients who, the longer we have a project, the tighter we get wound up, and the more entrenched the project is. So sometimes it can take longer to unwind.
Yeah.
Now, I'm a bit of a stubborn type.
Okay.
So I went for weekly sessions for 8 years.
8 years. Wow.
And I felt better after 6 months, a bit, but not fully. So it all depends on the person's temperament. And I always tell people that I'm here for you. I bring my wisdom, my experience, and my learning. But I don't heal people. They heal themselves. I just prompt the body to remember.
Very good, very good.
So.
And what about when we are stubborn to ourselves, you know, and not being able to listen in order for us to come out of it? What would that kind of challenge be for you to help?
I provide a safe space for people so that they can let go of the tensions.
Right.
Because when they're supported, they don't have to block. They don't have to keep themselves safe anymore. And I mean, clients don't always cry, but they do sometimes. And it's just releasing. And I remember the practitioner that I went to, because when I first went, I was so tense, it was very painful, even though she was barely touching me, because my body. And I said, when will it be better? And she said, when you let go.
When you talk about safe space, I know it could be nearly anything. How would you see safe space? What would be like 2-3 examples of this kind of safe space when we talk about that?
Well, I think you've created a very safe space here, because...
Come on, show some love to me, please. Come on.
But you're present. You are supporting the person in speaking. You have set it up so that it's comfortable and we're not in the middle of a street or something.
Yeah.
So just by bringing your energy, that's how we do it. But I think also I'm very open-minded, and people have different opinions and different beliefs, and that's between them and their creator.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes too, before we let you go, I know we can go on this conversation. I'm going to a different realm, but I'll keep the show here. Sometimes people always become very uncomfortable to really want to tell you or open up to tell you certain things. Why?
Sometimes.
Yeah, why would people hold back if they see, even though this place is safe for them, why would they hold back?
Sometimes people don't want to hear it themselves. So.
See, that's where I want to drive you down to. Why do they don't want to hear what they know themselves in order to free themselves?
Trauma. When they have an experience that's so devastating when they were young and they didn't have the capacity to deal with it, sometimes we forget that we grow up and we have more capacity. So, but I brought you a present, Chris.
Oh, come on, show me what you have for me.
Now this is a pocket guide to JSJ.
Right.
Because not only do I work with people's energies, I would teach you how to work with your energy. Because when you hold your fingers, or certain, please do open.
Okay, my fingers, right, okay.
But when you, like for instance, we can get rid of worry fast, because the energetic meridians in our body all run through our hands. So when we have worries, our thumb can support us. Fears, anger, sadness, and stress and trying to. So if you are feeling really frustrated with somebody and you want to tell them off and give them the middle finger, just hold it instead. And what that does is it supports the energies in your body so that you find it more easy to manage your emotions. And then the middle finger also helps with your blood, and it helps with your liver expansive. And so I'm just giving you the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, definitely. Come on. Jackie, I want to say thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you.
You're a wonderful person to talk to. I believe everyone, the audience in studio, back home, everywhere, they will be listening to you and find you, because your calmness is a wonderful thing, and you're blessed with it. Thank you so much. Have your website people can find you so we can really get to see more of your work?
Yeah, the business name is Energy Flows, because our energy flows.
Absolutely.
So that's my website, and then on social media, YouTube, it's jackie.energyflows.
Amazing. Thank you. Come on, show us love, everybody.
Thank you.
We don't have the time, but I really want to have one-on-one conversation and really go into a different level with you. But look, it's a pleasure to host you on the show. One more time for Jackie, everybody. Right? You, my guest today on this show, top notch. Anyway, coming up on the show, my next guest, we're talking about music. Female in the building. We got it. We'll be right back. Take it away. Thank you.